People. Hello, people. How y'all doing out there in the world? I'm so happy to be here with y'all tonight. My name is Latrice Sampson Richards. I am a mental and emotional wellness creative, a licensed professional counselor, and a certified life enhancement coach. I teach Black women the skills that we need in order to heal and manifest. And I do that by sharing my journey with you in hopes that it will help you along your own. And you are tuned in to From Scratch Live, which is my weekly vlog here on YouTube. Used to be on Facebook Live, but it's on YouTube now. So make sure that you subscribe, so that you can catch all the new videos and hit the little bell to turn on the notifications. So when I go live, you're going to get a little notification from YouTube, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, hey, Latrice is on live. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. I'm happy to be here with y'all today, but I ain't gonna lie, girl, I've been tired. It's been a rough, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been rough. I just been like super duper tired ever since I got back here to Cuba, and I don't know why, but I've been really like worn out lately, like for real. You gotta say hey when you come on in or whatever, so I can know that you're here, because YouTube does not let me know that y'all be up in here. But yeah, I've been really tired here lately, just kind of worn out, and I've been trying to really pinpoint what it is that's causing me to feel that way, and I haven't quite figured it out just yet. Hopefully I'll be able to figure it out soon. But it just seems like I cannot get enough sleep, and I that's crazy to me, because, well, I am a little bit of a night owl, but I don't really stay up. I try not to stay up too late, but it gets really difficult. Like yesterday, I caught myself laying down to take a little nap, and girl, I slept like 3.5 hours or something like that. Like I took a sleep, not a nap. And so that was kind of rough or whatever, because then I was up all night, and it just kind of leads to this cycle on and on. But I was thinking while I was up last night, I was just thinking about where I am in my life and everything that I have going on, and just all of the things that are kind of on my plate right now, and all of the things that I'm trying to accomplish, the things that I'm trying to manifest, the relationships that are important to me, and that I want to salvage. And it got me thinking about my boundaries. And recently, you know, my boundaries in one particular relationship have been tested. And I don't know if the person was intentionally testing my boundaries, but I think he was. Um, Even if he wasn't conscious of the fact that he was testing my boundaries. And I felt like it was like a part of me felt like I needed to respond differently to reinforce those boundaries. But then a part of me was hesitant to reinforce those boundaries, because I knew deep down inside, I knew that if I reinforced those boundaries and said what needed to be said, that would put that particular relationship in danger, and I don't know if I'm ready for that to happen. And that just kind of sparked like a whole series of thought process for me, because it's like, well, why am I not ready to make that happen? If you have somebody in your life, this is the conversation I'm having with myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you've probably had this conversation with yourself. But if you have somebody in your life that is consistently overstepping your boundaries, you love that person, you care about that person, but they are consistently overstepping your boundaries, then why does the idea of removing them from your life scare you. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I've been facing. And this is somebody that really ain't even it haven't been like actively in my life for a very long time, but I still, care about this person. A part of me feels like I shouldn't care about them, but when I had an opportunity to readjust the boundaries, hey, Lakonda, when I had an opportunity to readjust those boundaries and like to reset those boundaries, I didn't. And the thought ran across my mind and I was like, okay, this is a clear overstepping of boundaries. This is, clearly I need to speak up. Like I knew in that moment that my boundaries were being tested and that I needed to speak up. And then it was like this feeling kind of came over me. It was almost like it was, how when you get like that deep gut feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like it was obvious to me that my internal voice, my inner voice was communicating to me and was saying like, so bitch, you're not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like my internal voice was just like, what you waiting on, girl? You're not gonna say nothing, you're not gonna do nothing, you just gonna let this happen. And that internal dialogue, it was just like, yeah, but if I know that my boundaries are being tested, but it's not a gross overreach of my, but and then I started justifying why it was okay for this person to cross my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And so in the end, I didn't say anything. I didn't correct those boundaries. But then I started being really hard on myself because I was like, bitch, you need to adjust these boundaries. Like, that this is overstepping. You know that if you don't say nothing about this, if and when it happens again, because it's going to happen again, it happens every time. This is how the relationship takes place. So if and when it happens again, it's going to be that much more difficult to say something about it the next time, and then I started being like really hard on myself. And I mean, how many of us go through that? How many of us miss opportunities to reinforce our boundaries and know that those boundaries need to be reinforced, know that somebody is overstepping, but we put ourselves in these situations where I don't know, it's almost like we kind of handcuff ourselves, we box ourselves in. So I was thinking about that and I was like, I think what it is, like I said before, is that there's on some level a fear of losing that connection. Because one of the things that I know to be true is that when you go to readjusting boundaries, everybody not going to get on board with that. Not everybody is going to be a fan, especially those who benefit from the laxness of your boundaries, like those who benefit from your lack or failure to reinforce your boundaries. When you start trying to put boundaries in place, they're not going to be feeling that shit. They're not going to, like, that's not something that they want to do because it doesn't benefit them. It doesn't fit into what the plan that they have in terms of the role or whatever it is that they need to get from you. And so there's a strong possibility that as you start making changes and you start adjusting boundaries and start, or like really reinforcing boundaries or enforcing boundaries for some of us it ain't even about reinforcing, we got to enforce it to begin with. But there's a very strong possibility that you will lose some relationships. I talk about this in my How Change Works webinar, which is a free webinar, by the way. If you're interested in getting that webinar, leave a comment below with your email address and your first name And I will make sure that you receive the How Change Works webinar through Teachable. It's completely free, and it's a really, really foundational piece of information there. You know what I'm saying? But one of the four primary components of change is the loss. Change by nature means loss. To change something is to do something different. Okay? To change something is to do something different. And so, okay, Lokhande, I got you. I'm going to send it to you. And so we have to understand as we embark, hey, Delane, we have to understand as we embark upon the change journey that we are going to lose some things. Everybody and everything not going to be able to come with us. We're going to have to change some thought processes. We're going to have to lose some emotional baggage, which for some of us has become like a source of comfort. Hello. We're going to have to lose. There's a lot of things that we're going to have to lose. You know, loss is a part of change. And I guess I don't know. I think for me, that has been the recurring message for me over the last maybe like week and a half to 2 weeks. Like it just keeps coming up for me. Is like I've been confronted with the reality of that loss. And if I'm gonna be all the way real, because we keeps it real over yonder in the village, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm gonna be all the way real with myself, I think the reality is that I needed this particular connection. I needed to let go of a long time ago. Like, bitch, a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. It was been supposed to go. It was never supposed to last this long. It was never supposed to last this long. And so the work for me at this point is going to be figuring out what is holding me to this connection. What is it? Because I don't, like, on the surface, like, for all intents and purposes, I don't need this connection anymore. I really don't. But the fact that I had that moment of like nervousness and kind of like bubble guts or whatever, like when, like, at the idea or the thought of losing this connection, it lets me know that I'm still benefiting from it, which is another component of the process of change. It's the benefit, or the payoff, rather. The payoff. I'm getting something out of it. I don't know what it is because I've resolved all of the surface stuff. So that means that it's a deeper level of something. I'm getting something out of maintaining this connection. And I need to figure out what that something is quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry. Because my boundaries are being tested and I don't like it. And I'm in a place in my life now where I'm I'm want to live a different kind of life. Like, I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago at all. I've grown so much. And so my choices need to reflect this. If y'all remember last week, I don't know if that was on From Scratch Live or if that was Live Stream Tuesday. That might have been Live Stream Tuesday inside the Facebook group Trust Village, which, if you are not a member of Trust Village Facebook group, you need to go ahead and get your whole life together and make sure that you sign up. But during Live Stream Tuesday, inside the group, I believe we talked about, oh God, I just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about, y'all? What was I talking about just now? My wine is kicking in, I think. Let me see. Well, what was I talking about? That's crazy. I just lost my whole train of thought. We was talking about letting go of people, the benefit, the payoff. I'm getting something out of this. I don't remember what that connection was that I was about to make. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a long ass day. Y'all know how it goes sometimes. But whatever it was, I think the end point, the point that I'm trying to make really is that I need to figure out how it is that I'm benefiting from this particular relationship. Like it's uncovering something that's deeper than what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? And so I need to make sure that I have an awareness of it and hopefully sharing it with y'all. Y'all will help me to stay accountable, just like I hope that you would give me an opportunity to help you stay accountable. Um, yeah, Lakhande, you've changed. I know Lakhande, but I don't remember the connection that I was making. It's going to come back to me. I know it will. Lakhande says, yep, I have to be adamantly consistent about my boundaries. I'm not where I want to be with it, but I'm a lot more powerful now. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was saying. See, I told you I was going to come back. Not this week, but the week before last, we was talking about how we go through these cycles, and sometimes your past will come back to you. Your past will come back to you, and it's not a sign that you have not changed. Like the fact that you are repeating an experience is not necessarily a sign that nothing has changed. Sometimes it is a test. It's an opportunity for you to be able to exercise change. You know what I'm saying? Because change is an action. Change is doing something different. That's how you know when real change has taken place. So sometimes, your past will come back to you to give you an opportunity to do something different, and it gives you a chance to really see, like, is change really happening, or am I just talking a good game? Am I just saying that I'm making change? Am I giving the appearance of change? Or is change really happening? When I'm presented with this thing again, how am I going to respond to it? Am I going to go back to my toolbox, my new tools that I've learned, and do something different? Or am I going to do the same shit that I've been doing over and over and over for years and years and years? It's an opportunity to see if something has actually changed. And I think for me, I think it's just been I kind of came to the realization today. You know what I'm saying? I kind of came to the realization today that when my past came back to me, I did some things different. I did. I did some things different, and I pat myself on the back for that. That is definitely a win. But it also showed me some opportunities for growth, because specifically when it comes to boundary setting, because I failed to change my behavior in that area, and it bothered me because I was aware of it. Like I was aware of it almost immediately. I was aware of it, that I had not made the changes, or that not necessarily that I ain't do nothing different, which is not making the changes. Because in that moment I was like, do something different, girl, do something different, girl, say something different, girl. And I didn't. I didn't. So it brought up for me an opportunity for growth, which is I need to figure out what it is that, like, what the payoff that I'm getting from maintaining the weak and poor boundaries that I currently have, maintaining that connection. Why am I afraid to lose that connection? That's what I need to figure out. And that's what I'm going to be focusing on in my own life, in my own journey over the next couple weeks or so. Hopefully less, sooner rather than later. Cause, I've been doing this for a while. So hopefully I'm at a point now where, I can move through it a little bit faster. But I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm glad that I had the awareness, like to be able to see it. So I be telling y'all, this shit really works. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that I teach y'all, the things that I'm telling y'all, it might come in a very unorthodox fashion, but I'm telling you what I know. And I'm telling you what I utilize in my own life. I'm serious about growing my life and making my life what I really feel it deserves to be. I'm serious about really going through this change journey and coming out successful on the other end of it, and whatever that means for me. And I'm not going to tell y'all to do nothing that I would not do in my own life. So I utilize these skills, everything that I'm teaching y'all, I utilize in my own life. And I am happier for it, and I share my journey with y'all because I want y'all to know that, you're always on the journey. I'm teaching you the steps, but I'm still learning as I go. You know what I'm saying? That's my husband, y'all. I forgot to put my phone on silent. Hey, baby. I'm on my live stream, baby, on YouTube. You're on YouTube, but they can't see you, though.
Not on YouTube, baby. You're on YouTube.
Okay, baby. I'm going to call you back when I finish my live stream.
All right. I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Love it.
Bye. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to put my phone on silent. I apologize for that. Y'all know my husband likes to make an appearance from time to time. Hey, Risha. My husband likes to make an appearance from time to time in some way, shape, form, or fashion, even when I'm in another country. So yeah, so I really utilize these skills, these tools in my own life, and I'm happier for it. Now, being happier doesn't mean that every day, like, it doesn't mean that I never experience any type of negative emotion. Like, that's all right, Irisha. You can always catch the replay or whatever. You can watch it from the beginning. If you're watching this on a replay, make sure that you comment #replay so I could say, hey girl, hey, or whatever. But yeah, like I really believe in this because it works, and I see it work in my own life. And that's why I share my journey with y'all, because I want y'all to see it work as well, because this is what it is. This is how life works. This is how we get to the place that we say we want to be. And so I'm making peace with my boundaries, and the things that are holding me up from being able to enforce my boundaries. I'm figuring out what that looks like, and what I need to do in order to get on the other side of it. The thing about your change journey is that, like I said, you don't know if the change has really happened until you're confronted with an opportunity to do something different. That's how you can tell when actual changes happen. You could believe in your mind all day long that you're going to do something different, you're going to do something different, but you don't know until that opportunity arises. And so the last couple of days, like I said, we about a week and a half or so, I don't feel like I have really, in this particular area with this particular relationship, I've made some changes, and I count those as wins. But the real changes that need to happen, if I'm being honest with myself, I haven't made those, and I'm not okay with that. Because that's a chapter of my life that I'm really ready to close, and I need to figure out what's holding me there. I need to figure that out quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry. Okay. Let's see. Currently working on that now, and it's not easy. No, it's not, Delane, not easy at all. I don't have the education that you have, but I appreciate what you taught me because it was a catalyst for my growth, and now I'm helping others grow. Well, girl, I listen, Lakonda, I love hearing that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I am so proud of you for the growth and development that you have displayed. Like, I've been watching your journey. That's why I be telling y'all the village is a village, it's a real village. And I'm genuinely interested and invested in each and every one of y'all's stories. I may not always get a chance to reach out to y'all individually, but I want y'all to share your stories with me. Ask me questions when you have questions. Like, I am an open book. You know what I'm saying? I try to be there for y'all in whatever way that I can. If you don't understand something, let me know because I genuinely want to help y'all in y'all's journeys. And I enjoy watching your journey. And Lakonda, I feel like Lakonda is an OG by now. Lakonda, would you I feel like Lakonda is the Trust Village OG. Lakonda been there since damn near day one, right? So Lakonda has watched, like Lakonda has gotten all the messages. Lakonda has gotten everything, and I have been watching Lakonda's journey for almost 2 years now, right, Lakonda? Almost at least a year and a half, because Trust Village started December 2017. So I have been watching Lakonda's journey almost from day one of starting Trust Village, and you have grown consistently. You have made so much progress, and I can see. I mean, even when I posted a picture on Instagram. It was a repost from the Shade Room. If you're not, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Latrice Sampson Richards. Okay, but I uh I reposted from the Shade Room, which I don't often repost, but it was a like a little cartoon, and it was a caterpillar and a butterfly sitting down having lunch or some shit like that. And the caterpillar says to the butterfly, "You've changed." And the butterfly said, "We're supposed to." And that was like, I was like, okay, Shade Room, I see y'all trying to be real deep or whatever. I see y'all trying to do big things. But that really stood out to me. And I made a whole little post of my own on the repost on Instagram. So y'all can go to Instagram to get that. But as it relates to Lakonda, one of the things that really stood out to me about that is that when you begin your change journey and you actually start doing shit different, thinking differently, seeing shit different, operating different, feeling different, like when you really start making changes in your life, your physical appearance will change. Your physical appearance will change. Just like when you stressed out and having a hard knock life, your physical appearance will change. You see it on the outside, the changes that are happening on the inside. And Lakonda is a perfect example of that. Lakonda was already beautiful, but the last couple months or so, maybe like the last, we'll say 4 to 6 months, she been posting these pictures, and Lakonda looked like she done dropped about 5 years at least. 5 years has come off of her face. Lakonda looks happy. Lakonda looks like, I mean, you look like you are like on a path. You look like you are on a journey. Your physical appearance has, changed to match what's happening on the inside of you. And it's just like the caterpillar and the butterfly. A butterfly don't look nothing like a caterpillar. Nothing like a caterpillar at all. Because when you go through that transformation, hallelujah, hello, somebody. When you go through that transformation, everything changes. The way you see yourself changes. So the way other people see you changes. And Lakonda is a perfect example of that. Absolutely. You look good, girl, and I'm very proud of you. And honestly, Lakonda, I'm just honored to even be able to have been a part of your journey in any way, shape, form, or fashion. That's what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what my purpose is. That's what I'm supposed to be doing in life. I know it. I know it. That's what I was put in this world to do. That's it. And so I appreciate you. When I tell y'all I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, I really mean that. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journeys because I know that it's a big fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's not easy to let people into your journey. I know that it's a lot of people out here that's peddling bullshit, that's saying, oh girl, just do this. Oh girl, just do that. Oh girl, all you got to do is, and this, that, and the other. And that is some bullshit, and it keeps you spinning around and around and around. And so I just want to be the one that gives you the actual skills that you need, and to actually be a like Lakonda said, a catalyst for your growth, and to give you what you need in order to get there. So I appreciate y'all for allowing me to be a part of that journey. And let me tell y'all, the fact that I can even say that without crying, you know what I'm saying? Because Lakonda knows I be crying, girl. I be crying. The fact that I can say that without crying, that's my journey. That's the visualization of my journey. Like that's the manifestation of my journey, how far I have come. You know what I'm saying? In my own journey. It's a shared journey. We are on this journey together. And y'all feed me just as much as I feed y'all. So Lakonda says, yes, you are a key factor. Well, thank you, girl. I appreciate you, girl. Do what I can. So yeah, I mean that's all I got for y'all tonight. Like I said, I'm figuring out these boundaries or whatever. I'm figuring out these boundaries with this particular relationship, and I know what I need to do. But I also know that there's some work that needs to happen before I can fully like really do that. There's some internal work that needs to happen. So I'm just about the business of trying to make that happen at this point. Growth for sure, girl. Definitely growth. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on. I told y'all I have a few more things coming down the pike. We are going to be doing the Empower Your Vision Masterclass live in Trust Village. That's going to be coming up in August. I'll give y'all exact dates when it gets closer or when everything is ready. I got some collaborations coming up. I'll tell y'all about that later. But I'm excited about the direction that everything is going in. And, I love sharing my journey with y'all. I appreciate y'all for letting me share my journey with y'all. It really means a lot. It does. So, yeah, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe. Share me with your people. If you enjoyed this, if you feel like you got a message out of this, I want you to make sure that you subscribe and share me with your people. Hit the little bell to turn on the notifications so that you never miss another video or live stream. And like I said earlier, if you have not seen the How Change Works webinar and you need to receive that, you need that in your life, it is 100% free and it comes with worksheets. Free, completely free. You need to get that in your life. Just go ahead and put your email address in the comment section and I will make sure that you get that through Teachable. Okay? I got your email, Lakonda. I'm going to send that to you. Okay? All right. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And until next time, be well. Bye, y'all.